Hey Viking fans, I was out of commission for a while, saving my voice for the live shows. As you can tell, I took the time to revamp Skull World and brought back Skull World Live and did a preview show of the Dallas Cowboy game. Now I'm going to give you my thoughts about that game in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave, and you can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Now, as you can see, I have friends of the channel, Purple and Gold for Days. I do a show Tuesday at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Purple Pocket Podcast, I do a show Tuesday at 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central. I also occasionally do one on Thursday with him. And I do Sunday at 9:15 a post-game show with him. GG Sports Podcast, I'm paired with them on Wednesday to do a show at 7 o'clock Central Time called The Skull Experience. And the Purple Code, I'm broadcasted on there too. So go subscribe to these channels and ring the bell so you don't miss a show. Ring my bell so you don't miss a show. Now, let's get started. I'm going to talk about the Minnesota Vikings and what happened against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I had an eerie feeling. You kind of felt like we were down. We weren't hearing much about ourselves. We were still being called pretenders. And we showed it a little bit, and we gave them fuel for the fire. And now, even though we're going to be favorites going into this next game, national media is going to be down on us. We're going to have more bulletin board material. This was the equivalent of us beating the Saints with the Minnesota Miracle, going into Philly and getting destroyed. Except this game was at home. We had a 40-3 beatdown at home. Now, it all revolved around the trenches, the offensive line and defensive line. Although our defensive line held these guys to 3.8 yards per carry, we still got gashed, and it was mainly Pollard. Why they don't make him their feature back, I have no idea. I have him as my RB2, should be my RB1 now, as on my 2 fantasy leagues. He's amazing. He's great. I think he's Kamara with better receiving ability. I just think he's so much talent there. And he's a little tougher back than Kamara, I think, but not enough to get the short yardage plays apparently, because they put Ezekiel Elliott in on the goal line. But Pollard is a real deal. Now, what we didn't expect is that offensive line did pave the way. Although we did only give up 3.8 yards per carry, we gave up 150 on the ground. That's not good. That's not good. Our linebackers couldn't cover Pollard. The defensive scheme behind that was off. We had so much going wrong in that game. It's hard to pick out. The main reason I would say we got crushed was, giving up the sacks. 7 sacks. Kirk Cousins was running. I would say he's running for his life, but that pocket collapsed so much he had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. The first drive of the game, Michael Parsons beat Darisaw. I mean, he had time to throw it, but there was nobody open. We don't have outlets to throw to. We don't have hot reads. It looks like, I don't know if it's a play design or Kirk Cousins' fault on that. I don't know yet. But it's been a reoccurring theme every week for me. If we are struggling, we just don't have an outlet to throw to. Somebody we know is going to be open. Now, I give credit to Kirk Cousins. He threw that one pass down the field to TJ Hawkinson, and he just, stepped out of bounds. It was a great throw. He wasn't open. He just gave TJ a chance, and he made it. Now, speaking of TJ, the first drive of the game, strip sack, defense holds. I'm still feeling pretty good. Our defense held them, and they kicked a field goal. Now we're down 3. And what did we do? We drove down the field, and TJ Hawkinson dropped one in the end zone, man, on a 2nd down, I think. That hurt, man. That hurt. 3-3, and then the rest was we were boat raced the rest of the game. Defense couldn't stop them for nothing. Zadarius Smith had a gift sack and he just misses it. I don't know what happened there. This team isn't that much better than us to lose 40-3. I don't know where our minds were. But hey, let me take a moment to talk about my partners. In my description, I will have links to items for off Fanatic, a hat, and a JJ2K Jersey, Justin Jefferson jersey. Also, I'm partnered with Chuck Foreman, 44.com, and Chuck Foreman, and he gave me the 44 jersey behind me that is autographed to give away January 3rd. I'm giving this away tomorrow. All you have to do is subscribe, like, and comment on my video, and you'll be entered to win. So if you skull anything, do it 20 times, you're going to be entered into my contest tomorrow. I'm going to be drawing a name, and it's going to be that signed bobblehead, Spin Doctor bobblehead at Chuck Foreman. Skull Vikes. Now, a little more thoughts here. Our offensive line just couldn't block anybody. Darisaw is going to be out next week. Or going to be out Thursday probably because protocol would probably not let him come back that fast from a concussion. I have faith in Brandel that he will block better against whatever the Patriots throw at him more than Micah Parsons. I could not judge him on that. Guy is freaking Superman. He can wreck a game, and he did. He had help though. There was a lot of things that went wrong in that game. I'm happy that they didn't try to pad a stat and give Kirk Cousins his 40th touchdown in a row, the current NFL streak. Well, now that's over, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. And I feel good that we sat these guys a significant amount of time in that game, got them out of there, tried to keep the team healthy, try to keep the team rested going into the Thursday game. Now, here was my point. I thought at this time in the season that we'd be 7-3. We would have lost the Eagles, we would have lost to the Buffalo Bills, and lost to the Cowboys. And sure enough, we're not 7-3. We're 8-2. We actually beat what I thought was going to be our toughest matchup, and to start the season, and we lost to the Cowboys. Now, I had us winning the Patriots game, and I feel good about it. And we are favored, and we're favored for a reason because we're playing at home on Thanksgiving on a short week, and they have less time to prepare in a short, and they have a travel day. When the Vikings are going to be at home, sitting in their houses with their families, they're going to have their regular life, and they're not going to be rushed. I think we'll be able to prepare better for this game. I think we'll have an awful taste in our mouth. I think the short week is actually good for us, for the fact that they just want to get out, play, and show the world that they were not the 40-3 team that played the Sunday before. So hey. Believe it or not, some good takeaways from this game. I mean, Dalvin Cook, 11 for 77. He had like 6 yards per carry. That was great. I did not like, I honestly didn't like the fact that we ran 2 times in a row. We didn't make it. We ran again, and we got 4 yards. Now we're 3rd and 6. Now we got a sack. The predictability of offense is what helped the Dallas Cowboys, and I think we'll be able to get past that. I think we'll be able to mix it up better. We'll learn from our mistakes. We'll bring it back to US Bank Stadium and take it to the Patriots. Now, however, I did see a couple good things. TJ Hawkinson, if he catches that, he's a hero. Right in the beginning of the game, we're up 7-3. That could have happened. That could have changed the game, the dynamic a little bit. A big swift shift in momentum, right? We went from getting strip sack, giving up 3 points, to marching down the field at ease with 7. That would have been awesome. So I give him, he's still awesome, man. He's gonna be a Viking, I think, for a while. I think we're gonna re-sign him. I think we got him for next year, but I think we'll extend him. I think a great pickup. He shines, man. He shines. He's gonna be a star for us. Now, Adam Thielen, I thought early catches, big time catches that he had for us early in the, again, everything happens early in the game. Justin Jefferson was open. I don't think Diggs beat him down like the media saying is. He just didn't have any opportunities because 7 sacks and Cousins running for his life. There's no way Diggs did not beat this guy down. Kirk Cousins had the pocket collapse on him every play. I think right now we've given up just as many sacks. I think 27 maybe. That's all we gave up last year altogether for the entire season. Now, mind you, we had 2 really bad games where we gave up a lot of sacks, so that's where the chunk of them come from. And we're thinking this offensive line is better. It is still not consistent. I think it's better. I just don't think it's consistent, and a game like this shows it. Philly, this game. There was another game, it was a little rough go. I think the Redskins game was a little rough for us, offensive line. I thought we rebounded well against Buffalo. But we got to be consistent, and now we're going in there with a left tackle, Brandel. I have faith in him. I do. I think he played well when he came in against Buffalo, and I think he'll come in and be pretty sturdy against the Patriots. Now, is there any other thing? Even though we had like 48 yards per punt, there was a time where we're still in the game and he gets a 32-yarder. All right. Our punt team, our punter needs to always kick that 45 yards. Kick it in the air 45 yards at least. That's your minimum, man. Kicked it 32 yards, and they got the ball at the 40. And you could have flipped the field. That's the kind of thing that we can happen, and that's what happened against Chicago in the second half. Is that these guys were getting the ball at midfield, and they were able to come back, and you can't do that, and Dallas takes advantage of it. There's a couple other plays that really didn't favor, but everything was so lopsided. Penalties were an issue for us. Losing our cool, Dalvin Cook, and that coach getting at it after each other, and that female ref comes running at him with a flag like she didn't hear the coach yelling at him either. Come on. It goes 2 ways. That should have been a double penalty. But hey, they catch Dalvin Cook online. He's a leader. He needs to just walk away from that, not cause us penalties. Even it still became 1st and 10 because it was after the play. They marched off all the yards he gained, but still gave us first downs. But all of that, man. The game was out of hand by then anyways, but hey, that reflects, on what could happen in the future. Let's say that happens in a closer game. You need to just take it and get back to the huddle, man. There's just some things on it. And then there was a penalty where one of our cornerbacks on punt team goes down and hits the guy fumbles or muffs the punt, hits out of bounds. Ball should be dead, but they didn't. Play continues. Our guy hits their guy. They call illegal roughness on him. There was no illegal roughness. Come on. He fumbled the ball. You didn't call the play dead. He is keeping him from getting the ball. Just doesn't make any sense. They didn't say it was a helmet to helmet or anything. They just said illegal roughness for hitting him to keep him away from the ball. Come on. This is embarrassing, the rest of this illegal contact crap. But anyways, the Vikings need to clean up the offensive line. Better creative blocking schemes. You're probably going to have to bring in TJ Hawkinson to help on an edge rusher as good as a Micah Parsons. I think this is the crucible fires of coaching that KOC has gotten himself into, and he's learning on the fly. But in the meantime, we're 8-2. We're 8-2, and we're way ahead in the division. We're going to make the playoffs, guys. This is still a good team. That's not figured it out yet, and we're 8-2. Let's go. Let's figure it out Thursday. Then we'll have a week and a half off, and that's a long layover to just reflect, like our bye week, and come off that mini bye and beat another team. Let's go, Skull Vikings. That's my thoughts for the day. I'm gonna be going live more often. Stick with me. Go to checkforeman44.com. Use Skull15 at checkout. Get a discount. Click on my links. I'll be advertising them for Fanatics. Get your Vikings gear from Fanatics. Use my links. It's Christmas. All right. Skull Vikings. See you next time. Cue the music. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Skull Vikes.